Even though the baseball season's just about over, it's never too late to show off the latest summer shoe styles. I need a pair of those. The Casper Oilers versus Cheyenne Post 6 in the AA State Championship. Top of the first, Dixon Maggard pitching for Cheyenne. Bye-bye. Off to a good start as his team was looking to four-peat. Next batter, now you see him, now you don't. Maggard ended up punching out 3 in 5 innings of work, and you just saw 2 of those 3. Bottom of the first, runners on base. Post 6 doing what they do best, playing small ball and cashing in on errors. That throw was a little low and skids past first base. Ty Svek has a free pass home, and his team leads 1-0. Moving ahead, they're now up 2-0 on a sacrifice fly. Logan Followell belts a shot in left field for a single. He tried to stretch it into a double, but was caught in the act. However, it was enough to get Landon Leibach in to score, and Cheyenne leads 3-0. Top of the second, Casper would take a page out of their opponent's playbook. Kyle Keith with a well-placed bunt, and where was the defense on this play? They got caught napping. Zach Matheson was awake, and he'll make his way home. Oilers now trail 3-1. I'm sure it was a little strange being the visiting team on the home field, but in this tournament, the call of the coin says so. Brett Kotzman is out on the fielder's choice, but he did his job by bringing in Tanner Fisher. Casper is now only down 3-2. Bottom of the second, Cheyenne showing some hustle. This should be 2, but Svek is able to beat the relay throw back to first base, and he's rewarded with an RBI in the form of Nick Barker. The score is now doubled up at 4-2, although the Oilers would score 1 on a pass ball in the top of the third to make the score 4-3. Bottom of the third, talk about the right place at the right time. Kotzman snags the line drive at short, and the runner at second base never had a chance. That takes care of that problem for now. Top of the fourth, this is the type of play that makes the coach cringe. I got it. Don't got it. Dylan Schellenberger goes home to tie the score at 4. Casper is playing in their first championship game since 2006. Bottom of the fourth, Oiler pitching showing they got something left in the tank, and Schellenberger will freeze 1 in relief. The score is still tied to the surprise of many. Schellenberger would get into a jam with the bases loaded, but he'd get himself out of it on this play. Don't blink. 1 and 2. Thanks for coming. It does not get much better than that. Top of the fifth, Post 6 with some defense of their own with the bases juiced. Liebeck to Rafer Cooley for 1, then back to Liebeck for the double play. The opposition had their chance and came away with nothing. Bottom of the fifth, something had to give sooner or later, and it did on this play. Casper tried to turn 2 more, but the throw to first is in the dirt and had to be dug out. Meanwhile, Svek digs up a run for his team, and Cheyenne goes back up 5-4. Now this play takes a lot of practice and discipline. Runners on the corners. Notice the runner on first is not trying to hurry back because he's stalling. Zach Lane was at third, waiting for the right moment, and here it comes. He beats the tag. The other runner was safe as well. It's a double steal, and Post 6 now leads 6-4. Top of the sixth, Casper comes back with a little help as the toss to second is mishandled. John Robinson is already in, and the Oilers would score another on a pass ball to knot this game up again at 6 runs apiece. But in the bottom of the sixth, here's where the wheels came off the wagon as Cheyenne would take over for good. It would start with Cameron Johnson as he'll send a shot into left field for a double with the bases loaded. Maggard's headed towards the plate, and not far behind him is Tracy Callahan. That got things going as the 3-time defending state champs go up by a score of 8-6. Here comes more. Lane adds to the cause with a single of his own. He was named MVP of the tournament. That will clear the path for Svek as the scoreboard now reads 9-6. Now here's a freebie. The Casper pitcher dropped the ball on this one, literally. That's a balk. The umpire tells Johnson to go home, and he's not going to pass up that opportunity. Things are looking good for Cheyenne with a 10-6 advantage. Not much was going right for the Oilers, but they kept trying. The throw to third was a bit wide, and there's another error. Lane will kick it into high gear and head towards the plate for another run. His team now leads 11-6. The defense had to wake up sooner, else this game was going to be over. Here's Kotzman to Matheson to Alec Myers for the 6-4-3 double play, and that would stop the bleeding for a bit, but the damage has been done. Bottom of the eighth, Cheyenne got back to work. Liebeck lifts this ball into shallow center field. The second baseman's giving chase, but he's not going to get it, and that ball will drop in for a single. Here comes Johnson to push the score up to 12-6. Later, this is Dustin Parker at bat, and here's another chance for a double play. Out at second and safe at first. The hustle paid off. Lane scores on the play. It's now 13-6. Moving on, Maggard puts the ball in play off of the pitcher's glove. The Oilers try to adjust but can't get a handle on the ball. Cooley was running on the play and he's in quickly. His team leads 14-6. Top of the ninth, Casper was unable to do anything offensively in the last 3 innings, and that would seal the deal. Johnson recovers from his blooper to get the ball to first in time to end the game, and the celebration can begin. Here comes the dog pile. They're quite used to it by now, although in a moment you'll see Billy Dolan tip it over. Cheyenne Post 6, 4-peats as state champions, winning this game 14-6. They have now won 11 of the last 12 state titles and are now heading to the AA Northwest Regional Tournament in Billings, Montana with a record of 40-32.